Very good morning from Scotland, and blessings from the speaker. It's 999. I'm really curious to find out what it means. It's kind of like the devil upside down. So, I want to finish on a kind of higher note, a very positive note. And I'm taking sides, you see. For years this mind has been unable to move into a particular direction. But it's not that it's not been able, it's not been willing. Because the willingness has gone and it's been replaced by a consciousness. And consciousness doesn't promote sides, but it will push you into sides, back and forth, like that bagatelle game. When you pull the steel ball and it goes ping, 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 ping. And that's consciousness's role. It makes no preferences. It makes no logic. It makes no understanding about what it's pushing you into. It's just saying, well, here you go. Try this. No. No particular reason, no particular logic. So rather than speak about that, I want to speak about something I do before. It is said to be that I am an artist. And I painted this picture. And I love this picture. It's not very often you'll find an artist saying, I love this picture. And this, please, if you're not your interests are not based in art, this is not really about art. This is about the what we do as human beings, and the way to actually simply enjoy your life, not through art. Let me explain about the picture. I painted it with an idea that it's two businessmen in lunch, and they're grabbing an outside lunch, and they're kind of like clowns. But we're all like clowns. We're all donned this suit, this masquerade, this. Today I'm a clown. Today I'm a dancer. Today I'm a joiner. I'm going to put this uniform on. Not only the body uniform, but the knowledge uniform. The whole concept about being a joiner uniform. The whole concept about being a dart player uniform, a clown uniform, a politician uniform, a homeless person uniform. We're portraying and projecting this image. So it's not to make fun. It's to simply understand the painting and the logic. That on that day I walked past that beach on that seafront, and on that park bench two businessmen came with their packed lunch. And they had their jackets half off because they only had like 15 minutes going by the state and the speed and meanwhile there are people walking past minding their own business. The big wheel is lying in the background and it's a very nice and busy day, but in a very quiet atmospheric beach. Next day, will these politicians be sitting on that bench in the same place, eating a similar kind of lunch? Probably not. Will it be the same people passing by? Will the wheel be turning in that at that same speed? Will the weather be the same? Will they be wearing the same suits? They could be at a very separate, at a very important meeting. Or they could be at their family, at their own beach, walking along with a dog. We're just portraying. We are all portraying through paint, through life, through experience, in every aspect. We are here projecting change. accepting change. Being in the midst of change. Never 2 days the same. So this painting does not promote a still moment in time, because it cannot even capture that still moment in time unless you're painting it from a photograph, which appears to capture a still moment in time. So judgment goes out the window. If you're a businessman, you're offended by that. You want to defend that. If you're a businessman and says, that's I remember that, I have many days like that. That's wonderful. That's a great revelation, a great reflection on my life, actually. But it's not true. It's not true. So it's painted with that frivolity, that movement, that change. It's painted with not a determination to make it exact. Because life is not exact. Life is the mind cannot describe life in its fullness. It cannot capture life in its fullness. It can try and replicate life, and it does a pretty good job of that. And we're here using this mind to replicate the life that changes every day, that moves every day. And it appears that the speaker is telling you something that is blooming well obvious, but sometimes the obvious passes you by. Sometimes mind grabs onto that obvious and says, I want routine. I want permanence. But that routine and permanence will change. That's the wonderful thing about overcoming enlightenment. That what you fought against, I want structure, I want to fit in, I want permanence, I want total happiness, is seen through. How foolish. Every moment the body changes. Every moment an atom or molecule is moving. Blood. Every moment breath is coming in and out. Different frequencies, different vibrations, different qualities in different environments. Every moment our mind is producing thoughts. Even the same thought appears to be differently. It's spelled differently. It's given differently. It's felt differently. Even the word that is written in when you were at school, remember? I want you to write this sentence 100 times. Not 2 letters are written the same. Not 2 lines are the same. And each one came at different times. And none of them, to the writer, felt the same. The mirror is all that exists. It holds infinite, boundless possibilities. And then consciousness, its own consciousness shines its own light within and out with, creating a gem, a celestial gem of universes that are also mirror-like, also reflecting and deflecting. I kind of like this more, this matrix of mirrors, more than the matrix of a computer linear programmed way. The mirror never reflects, because consciousness is always moving, always changing. And we are here as that mirror of non-movement. How boring. That's why we fear death, because we think we are not going to move anymore. We're going to have to return to that non-moving entity where we don't know anything. We are dead. That's why the most profound experience was when I, this mirror that appears to be a narrow like maple but is boundless with no sides, everywhereness, gave life to itself through its own sexual act, through its own birth of its own consciousness, and bang, in one moment, this light, boundless, shimmering, rippling, wondrous effect, creates billions of all this. Billions of all this means billions of every single human being coming and going. You coming and going billions of times. A leaf on a tree being reproduced billions of times. Every time differently. How miraculous. How majestical. What creates it? How can you expect to dawn a mind that can create that what is vast? If your mind is able to understand every single movement, every single thing, then it has to be pure. Is it possible? I'm not going to egoistically say yes, because it sounds like, what does he know that we don't know? But I'm not a he. I'm not a man nor a woman. I'm not a body nor a spirit nor a soul. I'm not consciousness. I'm not Graham. I'm not living. But I am all these things. Born from I and consciousness. In that moment that's in the Sistine Chapel, when the fingers meet, I am the result of I and consciousness, this pure, godly, colossal experience of itself gave birth to that what one is. Life. We're all little reflections of life. A little mirror within that whole mirror. All appearing as if we're going through a time sequence. Through this emotional, everything is still. There is no movement. Consciousness is just a kind of veil that lifts off of itself, so that every time it lifts another veil, something else is seen. Another movement, another breath, another leaf, another life. There's no such thing as a perfect painting. There's no such thing as a perfect experience. There's no such thing as a perfect being. Because all of this perfection is born from something far more pure. So you cannot envisage what you are if you're far more pure than a perfect human being. You can spend all your life trying to find God, and the moment you stop, God will appreciate the effort, and hopefully in some way, but you have to be aware, tap you on the shoulder and swallow you up. But don't feel special, because he'll spit you right back out again and say, get on with it. You'll just change, experiencing yourself as change. The moment you stop, you look for permanence, you're going to die. You're going to return to that I, that tower with no consciousness. That you become then another possibility. But possibilities are not born until the possibility gives birth and becomes possible to itself. What I'm trying to say is there is no answer. And to realize 100% there is no answer is completely liberating, completely satisfying. There's nothing you can do as a mind or a body or as a spirit or as a soul to understand what is taking place. But that's a joy, because you then really truly know that there's something far more intelligent, far more wise. And that's how you felt about your father, if you can remember being a child, and your mother. Wow. They're so smart. They are so smart. They're completely my inspiration. So to return to the child means you return to the knowledge that you have reconnected with that what inspires you, that keeps you happy, content and free. No one is exempt from this world of rape and murder and all that bullshit that is going on. But when the I has been seen through, there's a little glimpse in the curtains that when you're I've seen enough of this for one day. I'm going to just make sure Mum and Dad are home. So liberating to know that we're all safe. We're all being cared for, looked after. We're all pure. We're all the same. So, could this be the ultimate, the final? Or who is controlling this speaker? Do I want to take ownership? Do I want to stop peeking through the curtains and move on with life? Who am I to make that decision? Collectively, we're all moving in the same direction. Collectively, we're all moving in the same direction. Moving. Not that direction, that direction, that direction. We're all moving. We are the direction. We're a little ball that God throws out the window and rolls down the hill. The minute we try and change the direction of the ball, we change the emotional moving sensory system and it gets confused. So buckle yourself in to the roller coaster ride. Keep the seatbelt kind of loose, because it's going to be rocky. And love yourself. absolutely love yourself. The moment you love yourself, truly love yourself, truly know yourself, you'll love the world in every which way. You'll love every human as you love yourself. So that's my message. Be you. Just be you. Whatever comes will go. And whatever goes will never go. I never comes. And I never goes, says Papaji. Ramana Maharshi says, when it is on his deathbed, on his body's deathbed, the disciple shouts, "Master, do not leave us." Ramana whispers back, "Where can I go? Where can I go? Is there really anything changing? Is there really anything coming and going? We experience coming and going. Can you remember permanence? Can you remember being that stable, non-living thing? Is there any recollection? No. Permanence is coming and going. There is no difference. That's why I'm going to leave you with the most truest, profound statement. Reason being, no permanence, no movement, no coming and going, no stability, is because everything is as it is. Where can the mind take that one? Can the mind move from that point, from that present state? Can the mind decipher what it means? Can the mind move in a particular direction? Can the mind refuse to accept that statement? The mind is actually projecting that statement, because the mind has fully realized it has served its purpose, it has tried its hardest, it has done what it was here to do, it has tried to contain and maintain a living being and fulfill its life. And when it has completed that task through an enlightened state, it says, "You're right, job done. Everything is as it is." God bless you all. And who knows? Can we depart? Or can we remain shining, shimmering, and see each other in the universe of celestial gems that we are? Can we be separate? Or are we truly whole? One moment will tell you. Will come get you. And these 999 videos may be understood, but they're only words. And we're all beyond words. That is permanent fact. but you find out. Namaste. From Scotland to the world.